Alright, YouTube is now with us. Let's officially get back into the game. Of course, remember today's day, we don't have Kim right now. I probably sent him a little too early, so we'll just kind of go around talking to non important characters. Let's see here. Should probably go sell some. I don't know about keeping the postcard. Not sure why I got this. They did say this was kind of lucky, so I'm kind of curious. Pen I'm gonna keep for sure. Cassette tape. Ooh. Not sure on this one on selling, but the postcards I definitely might. Do you want to keep the tape player? I'll probably sell some clothes. Have to see. DRS! It's going good. How about yourself? I hope that you were enjoying your medieval adventure. What's the yellow star in combat? Are you talking about like the middle of your screen? So basically, and it's kind of explained to you better if you go find Tomcat, because they talk about him early on in the game. So the star is basically your direction for where you're about to attack. Now it's different in this one than the first game. So up will be downward strike, left and right kind of obvious on the kind of strike you're going to do, and then bottom is now thrusting. So it's no longer more like in the original game, it was a 5-star system with a thrust button separately. So you had multiple directions. So in this one, it's now left, right, down, and then thrust kind of deal. So at the early start, that's all you're ever going to be good at is directional input for your different directions. But as you get money, you can then go to trainers like Tomcat to teach you combos. And combos are still going to be hard to pull off because you're slow still. You have to get faster, and to get faster, you have to level up all of your fighting styles, because there's one specific one called Warfighter, right? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. And that one's your overall combat prowess. So as you say you make it to level 15 with your sword, you'll start to get slightly faster, and same with your warfare. That's what is warfare. But if you level up other weapons, it helps you in general, and you'll start to get faster to do stuff. It's honestly very simple, but very deep once you start to get to learn it. I can definitely, when hardcore comes out, I'm going to be back on it so I can show it off a bit more. Or maybe this weekend we'll play some, and I'll show you. How do I decide which it's your right stick. So the right stick, and they changed it around a bit so it's a little easier. So, of course, just know when the star pops up, it's a soft lock, which means as long as you hold the direction of the right stick, your camera will move and then soft lock to the next target. However, you don't have to worry, because you should be able to now block in. You can't block behind you, right? But if there's an enemy to your left or to your right, the game should pop up a shield still to let you know you can block if they're on that side. So I'm just giving you an early tip. Like, don't worry about having to face people in combat. If you're going to get flanked, the game should still give you the option to defend that strike, and it will automatically move. What do I need to do to make them count? So, direction. So think of it like the game of opposites, right? So if you're looking in your general direction, the guy is holding the sword. He's holding it to his right shoulder. So in your perspective, if he's holding it to his right shoulder, you need to hold the sword also to your right shoulder, because then when you are swinging, he has, in order for him to properly block it, he has to go to his left shoulder. He has to match your sword to have a better parry chance. Same goes for you. If you need to be more defensive, which is usually how you should always start the game until you get better, anytime an enemy has their sword in one direction, match that direction. That way it saves you time on timing. And as you start to kind of tire them out, one of two options. Don't immediately riposte like they taught you in the game where it's a blue sword. That does work, but not always to your advantage. But they do tell you when you go talk to Tomcat, he gives you a little hint about it. And I could always teach you that later if you still don't know what I mean. So instead of riposting, just hold it off so you can save your stamina. Once they take a break from fighting, the game will automatically swap your direction based on where you blocked, right? So once you see the guard kind of get tired, look at how he's directed. If his sword is still, like, say, towards his shoulder or even above his head, try striking like a thrust attack, which would be the downwards position, because then there's a higher chance you're going to hit because his sword is either over his head or his shoulders, so the parry timing window will be harder for them to do. But don't be discouraged if they still block it. You can still block in any direction. It's just if you're not matching the direction, the harder it tends to start. Or you do get the skill now, because in the first game you had to learn it. In KCD2, you have the, what's it called? The feint. So what you do, and it will take some getting used to because it is kind of buggy. And by the way, there's a bug on console still, just controller in general. When you enter combat, always click your right trigger once to wake up the mechanic, because for some reason it's a bug they never fixed in the first game, where sometimes if you try to attack first for certain reasons that you'll learn later, it doesn't always work. So you have to like tap it maybe once or twice to make sure it's working, and then you're good to go. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. There's a secret mechanic that teaches you about parrying by attacking. Once you unlock that, you'll be OP no matter what. But anyway, feinting, what that does is, say the guard you're looking at right now has his blade to his left shoulder. So here's what you do. For a good example, hold the right trigger on, let's say you're pointing to the right, correct? So it's over your right shoulder. Hold the button down and pay attention to the guard. If the guard, say, decides to match your movement because you're holding the right trigger in that direction, once you see that they move that direction to kind of try and match you, or even if they don't do it, if they're not trying to match you at all, then there's your opening still. Because you can still change directions to above or thrust, but avoid the left shoulder if he's blocking your same direction, right? So you hold down the button, and once you find an opening and you know he's not going to move, as you're about to attack, move the stick in any direction that's freely open, then let go. It's like you have to be quick about it though. So the easier way to do it is to click the stick to lock on the target, unless you're comfortable trying to like lightly press the stick to avoid, like, you know, moving the camera around. I tend to still soft lock it because it's easier with multiple people. But anyway, so yeah, you want to hold down the attack button in one direction. So the easiest way would be put it above your head, right? You're holding it above your head. Now, the guard realizes what you're doing, and he also goes above his head to block you easier. So what you do is quickly go down and then let go. Because you still might not perfect it yet because you're low level again, right? Because you got injured. But most of the time, the moment you quickly switch a direction that he's not trying to cover, he should have a harder time blocking, which means you'll strike him much quicker and then go for a flurry of like blows. It's not going to be easy at the start because you're level 6 and everything. Give it time. The best advice I can tell you right now, and this is with anyone who's going to play KCD 1 or 2, when you get a trainer, so in KCD2's case, go find the guy named Tomcat. Once you talk to someone in the town, they'll mention it. Like, you'll get further in, they'll teach you about it. when you hear who Tomcat is, go to him as soon as possible and do nothing but train with him, because it doesn't matter if you're training with wooden weapons. Real weapons do give you more XP in combat, but your goal is to raise your stats. So hop in the ring with him, just get at it, and thankfully, like, there's plenty of places to freely sleep. You'll find campsites, or, you know, like, if you need food, technically there's easy ways to find free food, or there's ways to make money. You'll learn soon anyway. They make it your first objective, so you have an idea of what to do first. But as soon as you can, go train with him and just spend, like, I would say just set a timer for yourself, right? Or just set an idea in your mind of spending, let's say, 3 hours, just to be really, like, overkill about it. Spend 3 hours just training with Tomcat, and keep training until he needs a break from fighting too much. If it's time to go to bed, kind of deal, because he has to go to bed at some point. Just spend a total, in quotes, of 3 hours training, and just do nothing but keep, like, no. Well, I'd say real world hours, because it makes more sense, because in-game time does move faster. I forget how long it moves, but in the first game, it paused time, so you could train as much as you want, but in KCD 2, there's a timer while you're training. Usually, he'll stop training with you if you wound him enough, if you're wounded enough, if you guys train for a certain amount of time, which, to be honest, I think that just, it's based on if you haven't actually physically hit him yet, or if it's about to get dark in game, which is usually around, like, the 1600 hour mark, something like that. So I would just do real world hours, in quote, and pause the timer, you know, like, maybe whenever, like, the game stops you, like, when it's the nighttime, because you have to go find a place to sleep anyway, right? But spend, like, that much in real world hours, and your XP gain is no joke. I think I spent, I want to say, an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours, training with a mace, and if I remember correctly, I was able to get to level 13 in mace skills, which is a big boost. In that first map area, my recommendation for any skill is hit the 10s. Anything in the 10s, you should be now more than competent to do stuff. But of course, you know, there's alchemy. You can find alchemy ingredients from shopkeepers and stuff to buy, like, recipes to maybe find a potion that boosts your strength. There's a good idea for one, because that will help you in some fights too, or even agility, right? Go to the blacksmith and learn to do certain weapon smithing and stuff like that, because it's cheap to buy those too. Make a bunch of gear, because if I remember right, that does go towards your strength. I mean, shit, if you want to level up your strength, encumber yourself. It counts. Like, practically, it's like Oblivion, as I always say it. It is literally Oblivion, because everything you do will practically level up a skill. Eating, basically, like, well, not eating all food, mainly just drinking is a stat. Drink a lot of fucking alcohol, there's a stat going on. Running, that's leveling up a stat. Jumping, that's leveling up the same stat. Punching, kicking, you know what I mean? Like, everything is practically a stat. Discovering stuff in the world or picking plants is survival. Lockpicking or pickpocketing are both stealing. It just takes practice. So do not be afraid of getting your ass beat. Just relax. If you want to have more save slots, because saving can only happen from autosaves, sleeping in beds, but it has to be a campsite or an owned bed. It cannot be someone else's bed or anything like that. It has to be physically, like, a room you bought, a room you own, which is why I recommend, as soon as possible, get a job at the blacksmith or the miller's, because there's a free bedroom then for you, and free food, technically, from food pots, and of course you get paid for stuff. But in general, like, if you do worry about saving because you are going to die a lot at the beginning, learn alchemy as soon as possible. You get the recipe very early in the game on how to make the save potions. And if you're worried about ingredients, my tip for you is this: don't look for belladonna, because belladonna takes a minute to learn where to find it, because some of those plants are hard to find. You have to really use your brain and read the recipe in the alchemy section and learn about each plant type to get an idea where to find them. If you want to make this easier on yourself, only pick nettle. Nettle's super easy to find. It's very common in the world. Pick a bunch of nettle because you'll get a poison resistance stat if you pick, I think, 50 or 100 of them. So pick as much as you can of them. Go to an alchemist and see if they sell belladonna. It doesn't have to be fresh belladonna because here's what I'm about to teach you. As long as you have fresh nettle and then you go buy dry belladonna, once you go to the alchemy bench, read exactly how to make the potion. As long as one of the herbs are fresh, the dry herb does count as a mistake, but because you have a fresh herb mixed with it, you have a higher chance to make a better quality potion than having just 2 dry ones. If you have both fresh herbs, that's more the merrier, right? But as long as you have a dry and a fresh herb, or if it requires more herbs, as long as you have twice the fresh herbs and only one of the herbs being dried, you'll still make higher quality potions. Dude, I'm telling you right now, to make money super early, just pick a bunch of plants, sell stuff you don't need, make a bunch of saving potions, mainly for yourself, and boost up that stat. Oh my god. I already know how to cheese hardcore at this point because of the shit you can do so early. I got alchemy, not even joking. I made sure to go get my free Benjamin and stuff like that, but before I did any other stat, I maxed alchemy to level 30 in the beginning of my next playthrough, and I had maybe 1.2k groschen after maxing out to 30. All my potion stats were max. I was making the top tier quality potions that I can only make kind of deal, and so now I'm like super OP. I got like hundreds of save potions and yada. There's so much you can do. Anyway, I should probably shut up because I love that game too much. So now I'm probably going to play some on the weekend. But if you ever got questions, feel free to hit me up. If anything too, DRS, if you ever have the time, because I'm much better at explaining it, of course, we can always hop in a VC and I can turn on the game too and play along with you and show you the ropes. Once your stats are high enough, everything's going to be a joke to you. I'm not even joking. When you learn the parry mechanic, which did get nerfed technically in the game because it's only on swords, axes and maces no longer can do it, but swords are still dangerous. That means if you see an enemy with a sword, you should always assume they have the same skills as you. You'll learn a parry where instead of matching the same direction, this time it's opposites. If you attack as they attack, you get a free hit with it, and that's basically how you win the game. Once you learn that skill because you got good enough, the guy will teach you it as long as you can beat him in the fight. And so it trivializes the combo system because then you don't have to rely on combos. Combos is kind of more of an extra flair at this point because as you get stronger, you don't even need better weapons. I'll tell you right now, this game's really about role-playing. You don't need a better weapon. If a weapon's better than your previous weapon, sure, go for it. I do it for style at this point. I don't wear stuff for stats. I wear them for style. So as long as it's doing the job it needs to do, like protecting me from blows and stuff, there you go. So I get me a nice sword, and once you learn that parry mechanic, which will be called a master strike, when you learn master strikes, you don't need a combo anymore. You can literally just stand there and just play the defense game and just beat the shit out of everybody. It usually will 2-hit people. Like, that's how good it is. But when you get better like I've become, you can actually learn. Weaker enemies tend to be the easiest to kill, but there are some stronger enemies wearing armor where combos will really help you out. Oh, one more fact then, because they don't teach you this in the game. You can also sword clinch. In order to sword clinch, the enemy cannot attack you first. You have to walk up close to them, and if they attack you, just block them. Once they're done attacking you, walk all the way towards them, and your swords will collide. Just mash the attack button, but be careful mashing it because they can actually parry you out of it, so you need to riposte and stuff. Like, the game will show you a blue for attack and green for defense, right? In a sword clinch, just most of the time, I just spam it, and unless the game slows down and shows me a button to switch to defense, I just spam it, because 9 times out of 10, you'll just swipe their sword away and pommel strike them in the face, and it will usually kill them pretty quickly. So that's another way to trivialize the game. Let me tell you, I beat the shit out of people with pommel strikes in my first playthrough. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up about that, but feel free to ask me more questions still. I just I should probably go and sell shit at least. So for those watching on the VOD, sorry that was a 20-minute conversation. This is your heads up to tell you that I'm a chatterbox when it comes to my favorite shit. KCD is definitely one of the best RPGs ever made, and I highly support anyone to play it. Hey.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay, I got myself the tips I need to see what I'm okay to sell, so I'm gonna sell these.
Of course.
Okay.
It's in working order still. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Okay. A broken bell microwave from ages past. It's for shop. Pull down my illustrator. Right. Says it's broken. Fuck it. Hopefully I don't regret that. It's Lieutenant's handkerchief. I'm not gonna sell that. That's fucked up. But I'll keep the pin, keep this, and I'll keep this.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Damn.
Another time, perhaps.
Too bad you can't like buy this stuff back, it looks like. So hopefully that weapon wasn't important, because it said it's a replica. And if it is, I'll be sad. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. Oh, isn't it? What day is it? Today is Tuesday, right? It is. Perfect. Good to know. What about you, big man? Can I sell you clothes?
You see a Samaran Street. The name? See.
Happy shop ever.
Oh, I thought we already talked to this
Twitching
guy.
your index fingers. There's a finger shootout of brewing.
But
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown? Good one, officer. You're a... Then fire away, officer.
ooh.
No need to.
Oh, okay. But yes. Money is where... You see, I'm an honest entrepreneur.
I remember that. Okay.
I can't help you if you don't give me a good reason as to why I should. Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extreme. No need for discounts at ceilings of...
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you... I'm an entrepreneur. Good joke, office.
You glance around.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom. That's right.
Okay,
Anything for you.
so it looks like I can't sell him clothes. Okay. But it sounds like the guy will take him eventually, the pawn shop owner. I just don't want to buy clothes yet, because I'm at 41 and I'm like, okay, let's not overdo it. Anyway, let's go talk to some of the people, because we have a lot of time. There is a chance I'm just going to have to pass time on purpose. Just getting my bearings straight about the controls again.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René,
You're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't know. You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Oh, hold on. I just want to see because we learned a few things. Learning that one. Honestly, I might get HoboCop because I saw something pop up when I was looking into some advice on like finding money. I guess HoboCop gives you more money for picking up trash. Finger pistols, maybe. But there's a chance that I'll still get rid of one of these when I get a point. But we'll see.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the age-old game of petanque. Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already. Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Ah, damn it. Got a -1. I should not have done that. No! But at least I healed. Damn it.
This felt
That wasn't a heal. Oh, wait, no.
wrong.
My pain
Wrong
threshold,
like
right.
touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect petanque throw.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
The man in the uniform says nothing. His gaze is fixed on the horizon. His merry partner is staring at the ground like he's trying to see right through to the other side. Everything has gone very quiet. It seems as even the waves have ceased their crashing against the promenade. It feels heavy.
Uh-oh.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee. No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no... Yes!
Oh, shit. Sorry. I didn't realize he wasn't finished.
It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words. Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now? Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp. Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair
Damn,
has
that was a
passed
good
me by
throw.
completely. In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists,
Okay.
call them what you like.
Oh, he calls him
You
com.
just chose
Oh,
the name to feel special.
yeah. Okay.
Senseless
I was confused at first. I'm
sentimentality.
like, oh no, I see what he's basically abbreviating to.
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood
Oh, that's kind
ground.
of sad.
You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
You know, so I found out apparently the Final Cut version of this game, the voice acting's all new, from what I understand. Because there was a little thing I was like watching, and apparently the original game had no voice acting, which is kind of fair for what these
Well,
games are.
It's your own
It was-
damn fault.
I really appreciate it.
You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Mm, Hmm.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
Figure that's something he would
I
probably
would
want to hear.
have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisell had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Hey,
This is just
hey.
what the commies wanted. This was the plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
I wonder if I finished my Guillaume thought.
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
As Rene
Yay.
turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frissel I.
Okay, we got a badass
A
over here.
small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frissel I during the Revolution.
For bravery. I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
Huh.
Honor is everything to me.
Whoa, sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
Fuck yeah, I need to kill time.
For doing my
We're
duty
learning.
in the heat of
We're
battle.
learning chat.
For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisell thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
To keep the long and bloody
What a
story
dandy.
short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Ugh.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee. I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one. So I grabbed the Dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced
Jake,
himself to give me a
thank you
medal
for 5
not leaving him
biddies.
to die
Hope you're
in his
doing
own
good.
blood.
Thank you,
Piece
thank
and
you.
shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth. The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. 2 days later that was. And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Damn.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't...
Oh,
no,
shit.
you have to
I didn't
get
realize he was about
shot
to say that.
repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Because he was a goddamn dandy.
Shit.
Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. That's it. Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. And 782 Royal Carabiniers are dead because of his incompetence.
I kind of understand his side, you know. He went through all the shit.
Whoa, man-loving? Is that even a word? It is not.
It is not.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Still too low, eh? Ooh. Ooh, sorry. I was trying to down more of my coffee. Oh, and it hit me. Whew. You know, I thought it'd be 1 o'clock after that conversation. I'm surprised it's not. The fuck? Oh yeah, you can't see the clock. Hello, sir.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
You sure are, my man.
Mm.
From another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Hold on. Finally got me tissues and shit to help me when my nose gets a little stuffy. The shitty part is like my window is open, but I think it's still pretty warm out where it hasn't cooled down yet. But let me open my window more. Maybe that will help. That might help. Oh. Maybe turn on by like 2 actually. There we go. Turned on my lamp and turned off my room light. See if that might help cool down a bit.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Oh, sorry, I'm kind of adjusted myself now. Leaning back a bit too. Anyway. How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
I dig your style.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Capo de Arte. Say 5 art cop line. That's an art cop line? What? Wait, what? When have I been saying art cop shit? What? Okay.
So tell me, what do you need?
What are you hauling?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Har har har.
Relax. He's merely joking.
What are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Is that the machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Yeah.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a
Whoa.
giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
I think it's about time to clean my coffee maker. Coffee isn't bad and all, but I'm like thinking about it. It's like, it might be time. Ooh. Though, I do need some water. I'll be right back. Alrighty. It got me some more water.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up. Precise demands and so on. They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching, ka-chow.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Don't be a
Yikes.
stranger.
Trying to save some of these white checks. Wait, no, there's that old lady over here.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
Sorry, just look at it real
Someone
quick.
shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was just double checking some because honestly, might try and clean my coffee maker after stream. And I'm gonna probably put it through multiple cycles with the vinegar. I don't know, like I said, coffee was fine. But I think maybe I just need to like give it like a little extra like cycles with the vinegar, because I don't know, like then again too, it could be just because like it was kind of sitting for a minute, but I don't know, it's like after a minute of it probably like chilling on this or something like that, it kind of gets a little not funky. I feel like as it's like if I pour it in my cup and then let it sit for maybe like 5 minutes, maybe it starts to do that, but I'm not sure. Unless maybe I just use too much coffee, which I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised. I think it is probably just my coffee maker in general. I just gotta put more work into it.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous
I do
Philip
like this
was
one,
known for his profligacy.
but at some point too, I might change it to something else, something that actually like kind of has a better way of cleaning it.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola. Stories
I
have
love the
it that he
encyclopedia,
had
it's
his
so fun.
bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's
Nice.
more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Ooh, is that a thought?
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse for hard work. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. And you won't let it break you. You ride.
I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Whew.
It ain't easy.
Sorry.
But you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer. Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself. Are you rich?
Quite.
Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol? You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Jesus Christ.
Here
Free
you
market
go, listener.
fundamentalist
Fight the
now.
righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Oh my god. So what is that thought I just learned? Indirect modes of taxation. Oh my god. You have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fighting indirect taxation for the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist, whatever. Stuff like that. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insulindian financial oh my god, okay. I don't know, man, there's so much of these we're getting now. I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta use the restroom. I shall return. Onwards. Actually, let's see. So I do want to talk to these guys, but I don't know if I want to do without Kim, honestly. Nah, fuck it. I'll probably still do it. Oh my god, right stick. I'm stupid.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her
God, I
radio.
love this fucking
The
game's art.
photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
What's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber? Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
You know, I just want to say this because, like, I'm pretty sure with a lot of these accents I'm hearing, these are people who actually have, like, it sounds like so far there's a lot of French, and I love that kind of detail. It's the other reason why, like, KCD is one of my favorite games, especially the second game. Because I love, like, a lot of the voice actors that they choose. Some being, like, you know, like, the main character and everything like that. Of course, they kind of have to adjust their voice a bit. Because, you know, that's the name of the game. It's voice acting. But I love how a lot of the voice actors they get are, like, their native language. And so they have to speak in English. So they kind of have the accent to go with it. I feel like there's a lot of authenticity in that. Which I still am kind of on the one side is, like, I know, like, we still have, like, an issue with some people, like, people should only voice, like, based on this and that, right? But I still feel like if you're a voice actor who especially knows how to nail, like, the accent and or adjust your voice in certain ways, I feel like that's just all we need. You know, I was still shocked to find out, like, who some of the VA actors were for Team Fortress 2. And, like, it's just crazy how good each of them are, because you really couldn't tell and everything like that. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's one thing I appreciate about games is that compared to, like, both the West and East, like, I'm trying to think. It feels like actually, I don't know if the studio who made this is French. I'll have to double check, but it feels like anything that's like a French studio or maybe like what's Larian's again? Shit. I can't really remember, but I guess they have mostly British for that one. It sounds like shit. I really don't know how to really, like, label them and everything, because I don't know if they would prefer to still be like like European or, you know, like, I don't know. I always get confused because I know West is usually for us and everything like that, while East I feel like would be more like Japan and everything. But I always, like, you know, when it comes like Euro jank and stuff like that, I know, like, that's what's labeled, like, for example, Piranha Byte games, they're German, and so people still put like Euro jank. So I actually don't know. I'll have to look into that later. So forgive me if I'm not good at figuring that out. But anyway, I notice a lot of games, like, within the European region or anything like that, right? Like, they always have an interesting way of doing voices, and they always, like, I feel like they look for the right talent when it comes to voice acting and everything. It's the one thing I can kind of say with, like, I really am disappointed with voice acting on our end of the world and everything, because it's like, I feel like, well, I guess some companies can still be guilty of it. Like, you know, take, like, what's one that's pretty guilty about it? like always having the higher tier actors almost in every fucking game, and it's like, okay, I know they're good and stuff, but like there's so many other people out there who has this talent. I guess that's where like Baldur's Gate 3 is something I can appreciate with like the VAs and everything. Everyone just puts so much heart and effort into it. I think you guys know what I mean. I could be butchering it because I'm probably like not there in my head right now at this point of the day, but no, it just feels like there are definitely some companies out there that, and I think especially like when it comes to Western games and stuff, like we always have almost like the same actors where it's like, God, I would love to see more effort finding like really good ones and stuff, especially like with a lot of new talent starting to rise up. I think a good example I'm trying to think of is like Luke Dale, the voice of Hans Capon. His story was interesting because there's an interview with him where he said like Kingdom Come Deliverance is the reason why he never quit voice acting. Like he almost gave up and everything because especially it was around the time of COVID and everything too, so he didn't know if he was going to be in the sequel and everything, but like I think he's a prime example of like there are definitely like talented people out there who feel like they're not getting the attention because, you know, of the high demand and stuff like that. I don't know. I would have to wake myself up and rewatch the interview, but I get where he was kind of getting. I don't know. I just love it when, you know, if you're in a specific region in whatever you're playing in, like I love the idea of people having the accents and everything, especially if it's very authentic and not like forced. So that's why I appreciate like the kind of like French accents I'm hearing in this. They all sound genuine French. I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of them are like with the old dude earlier.
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
I actually wonder what Harry would sound like.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight
Because Harry
at
doesn't
you,
look like
his
he's
head
like
crowned with a
obviously
wide
he
brim
is
hat.
French.
His
I would
hair
assume.
is dark as
At
an
least that's what I'm
onyx,
assuming based off his
and
last
his
name.
jaw, the most perfectly
But
chiseled
I
thing
don't know
you've
if I
ever
could
seen.
see Harry being like actual French. I don't know, just looking at him, I'm just sitting there like I can't see a French accent on this man. I just can't. I could be wrong though.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen.
I think it's also because like
And schoolboys
his
used to memorize all
mutton
his
chops.
lines.
Actually, you know what? With the mutton chops, and I guess some with the hair, I could see OG Captain Price, like the voice and everything. I can see Captain Price's voice on him. So rather than being French, he's kind of like British. Yeah, that's what I feel like.
In all likelihood, it's a
I know I'm
world
going off
that's only
topic.
ever
Tonight is
existed
probably a
in her mind.
bad time to stream this game. I've just been so chatty. I am so sorry. Like, this whole episode is literally like for both YouTube and then of course just the stream in general is just me being chatty. I am so sorry.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this.
I think
you
after this
know?
conversation, I'll
All
go
of
ahead and
this.
skip past time though.
All of what? The world. The present.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the while you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. In Meth, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
I will say though, I don't know if I might still probably like swap it something else tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I was like thinking about it. I know I didn't really post a schedule yet because I completely forgot to do that yesterday. But I'm thinking of going like. I mean, it's almost been 2 hours stream wise, but We've only been like an hour and 15, so I might do 2 to 3 hours of this. And maybe for like the last hour, I'll play something else.
Why not,
Not sure.
Khalifa? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. What do you mean? Yes? What about it? Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around.
Sorry, like I said, I
No one else
technically
will.
speaking, when I started stream, I was waking up from a nap and everything because I kind of knocked myself out. I was literally just like, my goal was like just lay down because my back was kind of killing me today, mainly my neck. And well, it's funny, like I got to work and I kind of had a slight headache, and then I was kind of doing good most of the day, and then by the end of the day, I was like a wreck. So like as I was eating, like my head was just starting to kill me. So like I took some Advil, and then finished up, and I started to feel better because it was starting to kick in. And then that's when I just decided to lay down at least, just to kind of like straighten up a bit. And then I remember just turning on. I forgot what I was watching, but I turned something on, and then I was doing good. Like I was just like resting for like 30 minutes. Even had the time to make sure of that. And the moment I like started to kind of just shut my eyes and just straight laying down to just like, you know, move around a bit too to make sure I don't fall asleep, I fall asleep and I'm like, fuck. That's what I saw. It was like what, 8:30.
The Western Plain. The
So I
Transcavalier
was like asleep for like a
Magistral.
couple hours.
You for 1A. Adestradas do Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
I'm an expert at blacking out. You should take better care of
You're
yourself.
right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Yeah.
Is that all you woke me up to say? Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. Is that all you wanted to know, Lowman?
I think that's
Yes,
good. I
go.
don't need to
Enough
harp on that one.
jamboree.
Let her get a rest back. Let's go ahead and move on to Wednesday. Just because I still need to call the station about the boots, even though I probably should have done that first because maybe I could have kept those boots. I feel like talking to these guys would be good with Kim so we could like have opinions on stuff. I think I've collected most of the tear. The bridge will be open tomorrow, so I'm sure there's tear to collect there. This racist asshole, I remember him. I want to get Kim, because then I think I can get some bonus points with Kim. Of course, we want to talk to those guys, so let's look at the journal. So we know about this. I want to get Kim for this. We got to go talk to Everart, but of course we need Kim. I'm sure I can find this at the bridge across. Oh yeah, why haven't I been able to ask people about the tattoos yet? Maybe it's only with the strikers or something. I do have to go back to... Oh no, wait. I did say I want to try and get my identity. My ID card and stuff. Oh man, dude. There's a lot to think about. When most of these detective games, I tend to like kind of have a clear consensus of what I'm doing, but I'm over here like, oh god, wait. What should I do first? Like, I'm all over the place with this game. Down your badge. Yeah, I gotta talk to... Yeah, gotta call Alice about that. Oh, right. I think Jolly is the one dude up there. This one will be able to do Wednesday, I assume. Is I gonna call about that? Huh. Right, I forgot about that too. Okay. Yeah, we need a pastime. Could I just, like, go to my room? Let's find out. I am very scatterbrained today, I think. That's just my problem. Could I do the mirror again?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Fuck.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The bed is still cold from the broken window.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to chill at a bench. This is good, actually, because I can finish my thought and everything like that. I just feel like for the people that's left to speak to in this general area, I want to wait for Kim. I feel like it would make sense, because this is where everything is and everything. But once that bridge is open, yeah, because there is, we'll then have access to the fisherman's shack. I'm assuming the fisherman's shack is literally like this whole bottom area, pretty much because like the end of the bridge kind of leads to it. And then whatever the hell's going on over here. Then the church is north of it, past those docks. Not sure what that island is further up north. I wonder if we even go there. I feel like the merry-go-round is where the map kind of ends, huh? I don't know if we could go to the area behind it. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I feel like we definitely need Kim for the rest of the conversations in the waterfront. Stuff like that. And then... yeah, let's go from there. Yeah. Let's just pass time.
You sit on the wind-worn wooden platform.
Oh wait, didn't I have a...
Time passed. The bright sun.
Hold on, didn't I have something I could read? Too bad I can't like sell the alcohol. I'm surprised I couldn't sell like some of these tools. Hopefully clothing we can sell soon. I think we needed Kim, right, for this one. Oh yeah, here's the book. Actually, what else is... It's just... oh yeah, this is a book.
The
Sure.
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white
Because
antlers
books are supposed to pass
spread
even more
to the
time,
corners
too.
of the cover.
Not as much as the hour.
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just no advertisements, you
Sorry.
notice.
Black and white though,
So
yeah.
who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal a la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. Lafume is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of
I feel like
the
this won't matter to me since I didn't do the communist thing, so
You
let's...
stare at the now familiar black and white in
Wait, didn't I?
cold, detached approach. For
oh,
Yugo
have I already
as
read through
ethnic
this?
it would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, here we go.
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Guardian life.
Might need to buy
The
more
man becomes
medicine.
a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers.
I should probably stop
ceaselessly
insta-healing and stuff.
until the
I just
end
get
of
kind of
their
nervous
days.
about it.
Years
I know the game
pass
slows
in
down when you need to,
solitude,
but...
their bodies growing ever more decrepit. As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Fucking hell, what did I just read?
Guillaume Le Million. Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His
Ugh.
body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite, amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
+1 pain threshold. All psyche learning caps. Yes! Yes! I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna level this up immediately. I need more morale just to keep myself sane. But this is good. This is actually good, because I know, like, if I need more points... Okay. Let's take off these gloves. Okay. And of course, I'm not really gonna... In order for me to get more XP, I gotta finish up some of these. Because I know finishing them give you more XP and stuff. Alright, yeah, so let's go ahead now and just skip time.
You sit on the
Skip time, skip time.
time part, the bright sun.
I wonder
This
why you
case
can't
is
just
unsolvable.
choose.
Time passes. The bright sun blazing over.
Just give up right now and apologize to the whole town. Oh my god.
Time passes. You wonder how your gun is doing. Hopefully, it's okay.
Oh my god.
Time passes. You wonder how your
Perfect.
sand just
Yeah, we probably still won't get much going on this episode, but I'm fine with that. Wait a second. What? Wait. So can I redo these with time passing? Because that went up for some reason. Let me go back over there. Which one was that one again? Backyard wall. Oh! What's that? Oh yeah. Okay. I should probably look at all the other green ones and stuff. Real. Is it this?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, right.
Because you see it, finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Uh-oh.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. Oh, Wall Father. Absolutely. Now you just need the materials. Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush and paint. Yes.
Oh no, here we go. I have to see where this goes. This way. Oh, come on. There we go. I wish you could like click the right stick so you can like select stuff easier.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Does anyone in a city like this?
Fair enough.
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Shoot, Piggy. It's what you
To the coal
do,
mines.
isn't it? What for? Well, if it's for art, but what kind of art are we talking about? Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off. There, Piggy. I guess art just isn't really you. 'Cause you suck in life and in everything.
Do I really want to risk it? Fuck it.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait. No, it's great.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Piggo. You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself.
Holy shit.
Self-portraits.
Okay. See, I was actually wondering if this game was going to do that, because a good example is both, like, technically... Well, Baldur's Gate 3 I don't think has much good opportunities with failed checks. I rarely see anything happen good. I've seen a few happen. But KCD 2 is a good example. If you fail a check, sometimes failing a check is better than succeeding a check. And I guess this game does the same thing too, because I thought since we failed, I wasn't going to get that brush at all. But, that actually worked, and I'm surprised it did. I guess then again, too, is my response.
But I'm all out of fuel oil.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. That beautiful wool deserves nothing less.
Yeah. Isn't there oil in Kim's car? Oh god, dude. Okay. I'm still surprised I even got the brush. I actually am. I like that. See, sometimes failing a check should have that kind of benefit. I like that. That's a true role-playing experience right there. Failure has its benefits. Alright, we should probably get to bed now so Kim can come back. I miss my bro. Oh yeah, they're all still here. Okay. Oh. I guess I don't have a actual tape yet, huh? I hope the devs next game has catchy music like this
The bed is
place.
still
Oh my god, I
cold
love
from
it.
the broken window. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
Liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I like people.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between.
I just want to pause real quick.
Full of secrets.
Because, from what I understand, we seem to be a good cop. From what we've been discovering about ourselves so far, right? So what I really want to know is, what caused Harry, when he came here, to become a raging alcoholic, to then suffering, I forgot the word that was used for it, but make him to an amnesiac. It was like auto something, right? I can't remember. I know Kim said it. But anyway, does Harry already have a history of drinking and we're about to discover it? Or did something recently happen? Especially because, like, with all the voices that we're hearing and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm wondering if something about this place fucked with him, or maybe he had something happen recently, and when doing this investigation, it got to him. I don't know. I'm sure we'll get the answers in some fashion, but I'm just curious if he was an alcoholic before. But then again, it could be based on, like, our build, because judging from it, it sounds like the red ones, because of some of the choices, you can become heavily into drugs and alcohol, so fuck if I know.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never
I love
seems
the
to
reptilian
let
brain.
you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Fucking hell. I bet we can't, like, take a shower or anything like that. Our boy's back. Let's go see him. Good morning, Kim. How are you?
Yes?
Alright. I won't get a room yet. This... Whoa. Got some cop friends. Wait, hold on. Before I do anything... Okay, they're still here.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now. Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere. But if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
I'm definitely not the cavalry. I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Why? That's a wig. Why the That's not his real hair. Because... I mean, well, granted, he probably could have dyed it, but that... No, yeah, isn't that the fucking asshole from the radio? You son of a bitch!
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, we have a fucking
You
memory
look like
problem.
shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
And they've been rough.
Don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head.
Yeah,
A similar,
no, I recognize who it
different
is
face.
now.
He
Fucking
might be
asshole.
wearing a disguise. There's something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe.
Fuck, we are
A
stupid.
uniform. Exactamundo. Of course, you don't have to. You can talk about anything you want.
I'm not getting involved in this.
Fuck.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click.
Watch out for yourself.
That voice, so very familiar.
Yeah.
Did you hear it when calling to your
Yes,
station?
I recognize it.
Oh, really? I wonder where. That's the where you remember me from? Okay, then. It's probably a coincidence.
Fucking asshole. Okay, hold on. Can I What else adds esprit de corps? Fuck that. Do it. Or anything else. I could put a point into it, but I refuse to do that. You fucking asshole. I hate you. I hate you already. Oh my god. Oh, volitions for... I did say I wanted to, first, no, I was serious about doing that. You fucking asshole, I hate you already.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
They're definitely here to check on me. Alright, so here's... I'm not going to talk to them yet. We'll wait. So what I'm thinking of doing... let's see. So, now that the bridge is open, we have access to go there. But we're not going to do it yet. I'm going to check in on the armor. We'll head back to... Actually, I'll go talk to Joyce real quick first. And then we'll head to Everett. Or Everard. Talk to some people on the way there. And then I think on the way back, we'll then talk to the dock workers. And then I think at that point, we'll get ready to cross the bridge. But of course, I'll do like my clipboard and stuff here as well and stuff.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds. And even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Holy fuck.
Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
Yeah, you know it?
Hey, we're having a good conversation. Just the basics.
Yes, that's right. I'm very impressed that you know these things. Yes, an extraordinary machine.
I love Kim.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. You want to help? Thank you for the offer. That might be fun. Let's do the case first, though.
I fucking love this man.
He liked the idea.
That's how you know you're becoming best partners. Let's go. Right, I can't talk to Kim about it. Oh yeah, the clip. I guess I could do that real quick.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the book. It takes about half an hour to piece one to... Not
Okay,
much
right,
is
half an hour.
Thin, see-through.
What was
the
it that
rest
we
of
had
the
to do
stinking
again?
cellulose is the acidics, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowl. If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, what torturing your own nose for no reason is not conducive to case cracking, but your nose is somewhere between. It's made of dark blue, something rattled, and
I'm just
something
gonna skip
small
over.
inside.
Oh.
Light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the... is not
Fuck.
what you end up doing.
Man, our rolls are
You
shit.
squeeze the plastic to slide it open, but nothing happens. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the
God
pages rustle.
damn it. Anyway,
This
what was
an
it?
aluminium block runs. A bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard. Arson, petty theft,
Ah, here it is.
spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
Oh,
It was a workplace accident.
fuck.
Huh? Oh, yes, the name. Good. What is it?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I fucking love Kim. Dude, oh my god, I get so happy when he like actually kind of opens
You don't
up.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smell.
I'm
paper.
actually
They're a
understanding
little
the
further from
fandom
your
now.
nose
Like,
now.
I understand why people love this man. Fucking cool. Like, I mean, I already loved him already, but like, holy shit. He is so well written, I love it.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
Okay.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Crenel, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though. Sure. Call back tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Alright, and then
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
okay, that answers my question. So we were pretty addicted to alcohol and drugs, eh? Fuck.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Fuck you.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime.
Fuck.
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate. It looks like Mactosin.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Why the fuck?
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
What the? Alright. Thanks for the info. I appreciate it.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 50.
In the cabin, you see
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
the dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rouse permitting gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
What the fuck?
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not. Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we?
Fair.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
Wait. So what if, like, that's it? Because judging from this record, it seems like he was, like, one of the best. Maybe, as he's saying right here, we handled the strain our own way. What if that's where Harry kind of got into drugs and alcohol? Think of it like with Sherlock. Sherlock technically is taking drugs to help him with his mind and everything. Which, of course, we know kind of fucks with him. And that's where Watson kind of comes in to help him out and everything like that. So I wonder if that's somewhat of a similar kind of thing, like Harry kind of is trying to deal with his stress in a way.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Fuck it, let's do it.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
God. I Blackbird.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
Come on,
The
Kim.
lieutenant nods.
Give me some credit, man.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh, what? Oh, that's so cool. Name unknown, rank unknown, superstar cop, apocalypse cop, sorry cop, boring cop, communist, fascist, ultra liberal, moralist, good cop, bad cop, honor, people killed, cases solved. Wait, so do these statistics actually add? Oh, I would assume they do, right? Holy shit. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is really cool. This is, I like that. That's a nice development, kind of like with the map. Okay. That is awesome. Good morning to you too. Or, well, I mean,
Inside,
yeah.
you see a set
I mean,
of steering
technically, it
levers,
is morning
a
for you,
radio
but it's, like,
microphone,
not.
a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow as you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile.
A metallic pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Oh, I guess he doesn't have the.
preheated.
No, wait. I think I know who has the fuel. Hold on a second. You have fuel, right? What are you
Still
talking-
here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
No. Oh yeah, okay. It's 7 a.m. for you there. Ooh, I swear I remember we just saw a discussion about fuel with someone. Was it her? Well, actually, no. We don't know what she's carrying. Government marked heavy fuel oil.
The woman is still hot.
Huh? What is it?
Okay. Anyway, let's go find Joyce real quick. Actually, let me see if anything's changed here.
Is this about the questions again?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you. Figured I'd stock up. I will say though, this one has been tough with my rolls because I accidentally chose the pre-select stuff, but I'm rocking with it still. I most certainly will probably replay this game. Not sure how tough the achievements are and stuff, but I will most certainly probably keep this installed and have some fun with it. I've noticed I've been kind of sucking myself more into these kind of games. That's why, like, we might be doing Pillars of Eternity again soon. I don't know if I'll stream it, but we'll see.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Feelings.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible. Trust me, officer, I am fully committed to resolving this.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer.
I deserve that.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give...
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge.
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching. I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
Okay.
You're back. Good. Well, it's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isla into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Okay, we have wait. Oh, wait, hold on.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers, well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they may be vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves. Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
That is true.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers. Yes?
All right.
Excellent. It may come
Oh,
to
shit.
nothing,
She
or
was
it
gonna
may
say
just
more
blow
shit.
the case wide
I mean, I still
open.
kind of remember
I
most of
suspect
this
the
when we
traffic
first
jam won't disperse
played the
for
game.
a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Okay. Well, this is good because I got to go back to Everard anyway. Because I'm about to lie about that. Unless it's going to be a check and then I'm fucked.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. Ah, man, me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Then what's your deal here?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Okay. Wait a second. Maybe I do remember. Wasn't it this piece of shit?
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Yeah? What about your cigarettes?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds.
I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
Can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious. Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. That's the one. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
This guy.
Is your man alright? 100%. He's a lorryman selling his employer stuff. Broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. No doubt he's selling drugs too.
I mean, we could probably talk to the guy and still see.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so. Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Alright, let's see here. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna forget this one. As much fun as it would be, I'm gonna do that, and then I have a good feeling about the solution. Could be wrong, but I have a good feeling.
The woman is...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Then what were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Irrat? Ah, and what do I care about the Union boss? He's no Gabriel, he's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hand. Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramirizat to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramirizat to Grat, Lowman?
Drugs?
No, Lowman, diamonds. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or
good.
I can just relax and...
I think we're done here, no?
Alright. See if after talking to her I can talk to him again. Or maybe I'll check with the other guy. Ah! The one problem with this kind of game is fucking trying to get a... Oh, fuck this. What's this?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can... Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
Looking for something?
Yes?
Just checking.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Damn it.
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
Yeah.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn. It really is hard to talk.
I mean, that's how this build is. We are bad with people. I'm expecting us to really fucking suck at that. Can I not talk to these guys? Okay, so they're obviously repairing. Oh wait.
A rusting control. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pin, the water lock starts moving.
Oh, this is the bridge. Okay. Oh, secret task.
Okay,
Oh, that's cool.
If we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us.
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next.
Yep. Don't worry. I'm going to try and do as much as I can here anyway. Before we go over there. Anyway, you there. Are you selling drugs?
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Oh.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
That is fucking funny.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No! That's insane. It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
What do you know, man? Just tell me.
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
That woman, right?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now?
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business.
Oh, okay.
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Yeah.
An investment? What kind of investment? Ha! That! You drive a hard bargain, officer. I respect that. Okay. What's it going to cost me? Be reasonable.
Just 5.
What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend. Sounds like a fair deal all around.
You know what? I was being completely generous, and I like how he literally just said, come on, man. Do better. Like, I respect. Sorry. Sorry.
Yes?
Sorry. Okay, Kim, that was kind of fucked up of me. But... I'm sorry. That's bad. Oh, the shit you can do in this game.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would of course lie. But a kind heart is tricky. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why. A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. I'm not naive. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me too. That she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Wait, This guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out.
Yeah.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I'm not gonna force him.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Wait, weren't you just smoking, though? Yeah, you are smoking again. You can't... What? Buddy, you're already doing that. Oh, you have to go around this way. God damn it. I feel like I can get more out of her.
The woman is still...
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady, Jerife?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are, Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams.
Fuck.
I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to? Because they can no longer recognize the person at all.
Alright, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to use my medicine. I'm going to kind of hold it. Because now that I can get morale boost from art stuff, I'm going to just go with my gut there.
Looking for something? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods, and then listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Evashal West. You don't run Martinez.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
You got this, Kim.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Oh yeah, no, let him keep
You're
going.
not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter Guild.
Oh god, excuse me.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him. The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
What? What do you think we're doing right now, runt? We're outside talking. There's some kind of homo thing? Make me, runt.
Let's just go and ask them, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Let's see. Do I have half-light? Back. You know what? Let me get in that conversation.
Looking for something? It's about biological determinism.
Let's see if this can give me an extra
natural
point.
The sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might... I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books.
I'm actually just gonna skip
Some
over it.
people who
I do kind of
studied
remember
these
this now.
things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals... So, lately, we Occidentals... The problem?
Cultural victory?
Hey.
What is this then?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up... Don't
Fuck yourself,
push
dude.
your luck, runt.
Okay.
Looking for something, runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Fuck! You know what? That's kind of fair. I need to get that half-light up. Ah! I know you don't have to succeed all the white checks. I'm sure there's a way to get more information. You see shit, right?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That's about the art. Well, what's my XP at? Oh, shit.
The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Yeah, what about the lake? Well... guess the...
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boya there.
Should have kept the body, but that's good to know.
No problem. If you see...
I'm not going to be able to get those off. Right, okay, yeah. So that has to be a non-Kim situation. Oh, so like maybe when... Oh, okay, maybe I would figure that out. Let me through. Oh my god! Thank you. Okay, we have a lot to go on. So I'm gonna save it right here. Shit. How many saves do we have? So we have one. Wait. 1, 2, 4, 5. Looks like 6 saves. Oh, fuck it. I'll just make a new save. Okay. We will stop right there for tonight. X out of the game. We have... Okay. Now we're in a section where we have a lot to do. And I think for sure we'll get a lot going tomorrow's stream and everything. I think I am going to just chill for a little longer. It's been about 3.5 hours, so I might stick for another hour and a half or something like that. I am going to take a break at least. But for those watching the VOD, I appreciate you watching. And of course, we'll see you in the next one. So we'll see you then.